one of the great ways to tell stories and let these characters live. One of the best ways, because you can actually play them, is obviously video games. So we're really excited to have worked with Activision High Moon to basically bring the beginnings of the Transformers story, this civil war between the Autobots and Decepticons, and really the story of Megatron and Optimus Prime, to life, and bring it out in a more meaningful way. One of the things Hasbro's been doing over the last few years, actually, is we recognize that over 25 years there's been a lot of different things that have happened with the brand, and rather than expect people to go back and read old comics and watch old episodes in every case to understand what the brand's about, we're reintroducing all the core elements, and this video game, War for Cybertron, was really our first foray into retelling that story from the ground up. And Matt and his team really took that challenge on and really made something special. A fully transformative planet, great characters and dynamics. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, we got really lucky. Activision and Hasbro kind of came to us and said that we really would like you to make a new Transformers game. Activision, from we know what sensibilities you and Henry Studios have and the kind of things you're good at, and then Hasbro really wanted to make a non-movie based game. So as anybody who likes anything at all about Transformers and gets the opportunity to make the game that they've always wanted to make, I immediately jumped at the chance then to say, let's go back to Cybertron. Let's go back to 1984, let's go back to G1, and let's start there. And so what we did was I watched those old episodes, and we did our very best to be as nostalgic as possible and bring that back to a real modern game style. And that really all started with our designs for Bumblebee. Bumblebee was the first character that we ever designed, and we had a great meeting with Aaron and the guys at Hasbro up at Activision headquarters in Santa Monica, where I will tell you it was a little nerve-wracking to redesign one of the most famous characters in the Transformers universe completely, and slide it across the table and give a big pitch about what we wanted to do. That meeting set the tone for the entirety of our relationship over the years that we worked together. At this point, it's been years actually. It's pretty cool. For all the character designs that we did, the setting for Cybertron, because look, everyone has had 25 years to imagine what that place could be. We did tons and tons of research, looked at comics, and of course the cartoon, and that first cartoon from G1 has about, a minute of Cybertron, maybe? But it was such a special minute, it was such a great starting point for that. Most people's experience with the Transformers that had been built up all this time that we couldn't fail in delivering that planet and what it could be. So we took it really seriously. We are huge gamers at my studio, and we wanted to bring the gaming sensibilities that we have to this powerhouse license. And that's where we started. That was the root of all the decisions that we made. How's it been doing? Game's doing pretty good. Some of you played it? Yes?
Yeah!
We have two target audiences, I believe, with this game. One is the hardcore Transformers fans. And, I think of a couple different layers of Transformers fans. There are people who maybe have seen Michael Bay movies for the first time, and that's their first experience with Transformers. There are people who just read comics or all sorts of different things. And for those gamers, right, we wanted to bring you into this retelling of their backstory. Then there's a deeper layer of Transformers fans with a bit more knowledge. And these are people who maybe were fans when they were a kid and played with a lot of the toys, but, haven't really thought about Transformers in a while. And when they play the game, I feel like they get into, oh yeah, I remember this character or that character, and they really get this wave of nostalgia. And then there's the deeper layer, which is many of the people sitting on the panel with me, which are the extreme Transformers fans, the ones who know pretty much everything about Transformers. And for them, there are, oh, that's a one-liner from the movie, or that's a character design with just the right head shape, or any of the elements that make Transformers such a special property, right? So we approached the game from hitting all those Transformers fans from a bunch of different layers, and I think for all three of those fans, I'll stick my neck out and say I think we were extremely successful. I think we really gave Transformers fans from all those different levels the game that they could be really excited about. Then the other group is the gamers, the hardcore gamer fans, and most of, not to stereotype too much, but mostly these gamers really are engaged with the gameplay aspects of the game. Does it feel right under my thumb? How competitive is multiplayer? And I've been pleasantly surprised how well the game has been received from the gamer community, specifically in the multiplayer arena. With, we put a lot of chips on that, to be honest, right? Because we wanted it to be a special, really well-balanced experience, and the gaming community has been rabid. And that's a huge win for me personally.
Yeah, there's still more to come.
And there is more to come, yeah. So we just recently, thank you for reminding me because I forget, on the 27th, which is just a few days away, we're releasing a DLC pack, which, if you don't play a lot of games, right, is additional content that you can purchase for the game that you already have. And for us, the big thing was to listen to the community. It's kind of what we did at the beginning. We listened to what Transformers fans wanted and Gamers fans wanted, and what we continue to do is listen. So this pack that we put together, I'm very pleased, is about characters and about maps. So we've got 5 characters in the map pack, some of which have previously been exclusive to how we pre-ordered the game. Now you can get Jazz and Shockwave, and I know people are excited about that, and Demolisher. And then 2 new ones, Scattershot, who is an awesome design. I'm really pleased with Scattershot. And Onslaught, Decepticon truck, really cool stuff. And then, of course, 4 maps, which are really fun too, all about the competition, and then also escalation mode. So 2 maps about the competitive modes and 2 maps about escalation mode, which has, again, is another one that people have gotten really crazy excited about. It's a cooperative, work together as a team mode. So I'm thrilled to keep continuing this game. I hope we continue to do stuff like this in the future because I made the game that I wanted to make, and I think this is a game that a lot of you want to play, and we want to keep giving you more.
And it's been great. So one of the things that, they were very, what the right term is, reverent or something about the classic designs, concerned about, changing key elements. And, we had a great relationship. It wasn't, you weren't that far off.
No,
one of the best parts, I think, is that you were surprised that then we went and took the next step. Their design. And these characters from this continuity, brought some of them to plastic.
Yeah, when we started, my team would since the first minute we started making Transformers, okay, so they're gonna make toys, right? And I would always dial everybody, please don't get crazy, right? We gotta make a great game, don't get crazy. So when we found out that you guys had committed to making toys, it was a pretty joyous occasion at the studio. People were really floored.
I think it talks a lot, though, to the level of partnership that we